How do you kind of sum that one up, that team effort?
Very tidy. Very clean baseball game, well played, all phases of the game. Typically starts on the mound, did tonight. I think he was fantastic. Stuff was really good. Command of his stuff was, equally important. Throwing it where he wanted to. Off speed good, heater good, both sides of the plate, up, down. Outside of the one blemish, he was tremendous, and Miller and Suarez brought it home.
What were your impressions of Miller, and how good did you get into the game today?
Yeah, it was great. Hadn't been on the mound in about 5 days, and a chance to get out there in a nice situation, and I'm sure somebody will ask about how we're going to see how this works. It's just a good spot for him. Get him to go out there, and I don't think we got to ease Mason Miller into anything. I think he's ready for anything we can throw at him. But today we threw the 8th at him with the lead towards the middle part of their lineup, and did great. And Suarez, 1, 2, 3.
To kind of ask that question that you just posed, like how did you settle on the 8th for him and 9th for Suarez?
Yeah, it's going to be fluid. We're going to pass the ball around every day, with the exception of coming off an off day. Typically, are different. The bullpen's getting used, and we got 8 guys that we like a lot, 5 guys that have brought it home. With Tyler ahead, and we're going to go with good matchups, good lanes. We're going to go with freshness. Mason was fresh tonight. Jason Adams didn't pitch the 8th. Outstanding 8th inning guy. But pitched 2 days ago. So we're able to pass the ball around, and that's how we see it as far as the closer role. Again, there'll be opportunities for Mason to take that role down at some point. We do have a guy in Robert Suarez who's leading this league in saves, 2-time All-Star, and is a guy that's been fantastic for us for almost going on 2 years now. So it's a good situation, quite clearly. But it'll always be fluid. And the great news, to finally answer your question, all those guys in there just want to win. They just want to win. They're going to be ready to take the ball when their number's called. So that means a lot too. There's nobody down there, including Suarez, that's saying I got to do this, I got to do that, and I'm grateful for that. Including on the position player side, these guys just want to win. They want to go win and play team baseball.
How good do you feel about your bench when you've got Hearn and Sheets just sitting there ready to go for whenever you need them?
I feel great about it. Hearn, his time tonight, his opportunity tonight, goes in. Wears one up the shin guard, and then squares one up later. Both professional hitters that can we can deploy at the appropriate time. So it's fun to see a lot of the transactions already work. Oriano gets him over there late, didn't get him in, but did his part. Looked good and comfortable in left field. I thought, I know this guy's got a chance to really hit lefties and righties, even better against righties, Oriano. But specifically to your question, having Sheets and Hearn, sitting there to DH or to pinch hit or come off the bench is, clearly allows us to be deep and quality club.
Anyone else?